So we are going to get started with our art projects. So you see here the US map, and on the US map, you see the American flag, right? And in the design of the American flag, we have 13 stripes. And why do we have 13 stripes? Because this country started with 13 colonies. And so we are going to follow the design of the American flag and put it on the US map, because in memory and in honor of the veterans and what they've done for our country over the years, we want to also just think about the foundation of our country and who we are. We're the United States of America, right? They over the years have fought for our freedom as a country, as US citizens. They've done so much in order to maintain the integrity of our country, who we are and what we stand for. We are the United States of America. We are one nation under God, right? And then here we've got 50 stars. And so over time, we know that more and more states were added to this country, and we're now one nation under God. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. So you're going to need your sketch pencil to start with, and all we're going to do, it's not going to be perfect, but all we're going to do is sketch out the outline for the map. So you're going to start here in this corner, and you are going to go ahead and just draw like a curvy, bumpy line, because here we've got California, right? It's not going to be perfect, but you're going to just sketch out an outline of the country. We've got Texas. Won't be perfect. It'll be a little bumpy here, little bumpy here, a little bumpy over here, right? Along the East Coast. Little bumpy here, in, bumpy, bumpy, up, and out. Okay, so there's the outline of our map, and then we'll go ahead and outline this part. This is Alaska, so we'll make it a little bumpy. All we're doing is using curvy, bumpy lines for our map. Okay, this is our outline. And then from here, what we're going to do is sketch this part of the American flag. You could use your ruler for this part. All we're going to do is draw a wide rectangle. So go ahead and sketch a line here and then here. Okay, there's our wide rectangle. And then what I want you to do is go ahead and extend from this line another line, and this is going to be one of the lines used to make your stripes on the flag. Okay, and then from here we're going to sketch more lines for our stripes. So we've got one line here. We're going to draw 6 more lines up here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, all right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stripes, and then we are going to sketch out 5 more lines down here. So we're going to sketch 1, 2, 3, And from here, I'm actually going to sketch a line on Alaska because we're going to add a part of the flag onto Alaska. All right, so we should have 13 stripes. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Awesome. And if for whatever reason you have more or less, you can go ahead and go back, erase, add, or adjust. And this is a reason why we just sketch first, because if we sketch lightly, then we'll be able to erase and adjust our drawings. And now we are going to sketch out the stars. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do this very, very carefully. We're going to sketch circles, okay? So you're going to sketch 6 circles on top here. So we're going to sketch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And then we're going to sketch 4 circles here on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you should have 6 circles here and 5 circles downward. So 6 circles straight across, 5 circles downward. All right. And then what we're going to do is we are going to draw circles in between each circle. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have 5 there, right? And then we're going to draw more circles in between those circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it should be 6, 5, 6, and then we're going to draw 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to draw 6 on this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we'll draw 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in this row, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now in this last row, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So we should have a total of 50 stars. You can count them if you'd like. There should be 50. Okay, now we could start coloring. So we are going to start with our red. So I'm just going to turn this around and we're going to start to sketch our red here. And all you're going to do is color horizontally. So all your lines will be horizontal and you want to keep it that way the whole time, because when you're all finished, people will be able to tell whether you scribbled or whether you colored in one direction. Okay, so there's 1, we've got 2, okay, horizontal, we're staying horizontal, horizontal, right? Horizontal, horizontal, and horizontal. Okay, and then we're going to go down here, another stripe, horizontal, horizontal, horizontal. Okay, so we've got our stripes to remember that we started with just 13 colonies, right? We've got here. We've been learning a lot about small beginnings in the past few weeks, right? We've learned about a lot of things starting with just a small beginning. And that's how America started. It just started as a group of people coming over here, right? And then establishing these different colonies, and over time it has grown into the United States of America. So we've got our 13 stripes. And if you'd like to make yours really, really bright, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, and then down here. Got another stripe. And whenever I'm coloring with the color red, I think of what the color means. And so when the designer designed this American flag, they thought of strength. They thought of the color red representing strength and valor. And I also think of the meaning of this color from a biblical perspective. From a biblical perspective, when we see the color red, what do we think about? We think about the blood of Jesus, right? That was shed on the cross for us, so that we might be set free to worship God, right? And to freely have a relationship with Him, freely live that out, right? And so even the colors in our flag, they mean so much. And they also remind us of all the veterans, right? All of the people too who have died or sacrificed their lives for our freedoms. And so we want to remember even these people, you know, who have laid down their lives for us over the years. So these colors, they mean a lot. The white symbolizes purity. Okay. All right. So, and we've got our Alaska one. Go ahead and continue to color horizontally. Okay. And what I want you to do is you can go back and you can make it really bright, right? You can go back and just really add touches to it. Okay? All right. Now we can get started with this part of our flag. You're going to get your blue and you'll go ahead and outline your wide rectangle. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline these circles because this will help us when we color, so we could color outside of these circles. And you're probably thinking, aren't they stars? Yes, they are stars. And what I want you to do, because there's so many, there's 50, you can go back and you can shape them to be like little stars with the space that you have. Okay, so we should have now all of this empty space. So now we're going to go ahead and start coloring. So we'll color horizontally again. And you'll go ahead and color all around. All around, right? Continue to color horizontally. You'll want to scribble, but try to avoid scribbling. Just continue to color horizontally. Okay. So go in here, and when we get to this part, you could just go around those white spaces. Same here. Go around. As long as you're coloring horizontally, just keep going around. Horizontal, horizontal. 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 Horizontal, and in between. Okay, go around here, horizontal, and if you need to sharpen, go ahead and sharpen. So I'm just coloring lightly right now. If you want to go back and again make it a lot brighter, I encourage you to do so. Horizontal, horizontal. Horizontal. In between here. All right, so we're getting there. So we've got our 50 stars. So I'll show you what you can do to shape them. So you'll continue around, around. Okay, all right. So now we've got our stars. You could go back and you can detail and touch this up, okay? So that it looks very full. Even darken this up here. And here too. Okay. All right. So now what you're going to do is you can go ahead and sketch out your stars. So I'm going to make the top part of the star here. And then I'm going to go out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay? So this is how you're able to sketch a star. Okay? So you have the option to do that. It may take a little while, but if you're patient, I encourage you to go for it. The stars mean a lot in the American flag, so you can go ahead and do that for each one. So do you see that? You can even detail it. Okay. And then what you're going to do now is use your black color pencil to go ahead and outline the pencil marks in your drawing. So that it pops out. Pops, pops, pops. Pops. All the way around, all the way around. 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 Okay? And then we've got this part here. We'll sketch this part. Outline it with the black. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do now is I'm going to have you add touch-ups to your picture if you would like. And so you can either leave it like this, or you can add some words that you think represent our country. So what I'm going to add, just as an example, is I'm actually going to include what is on the national monument to our forefathers. So I'm going to write here, faith. And then I'm going to add morality. And then I'm going to add law. And then I'm going to add education. These are all a part of our national monument to the forefathers. And now we're going to add liberty. Okay, and what we're going to do now is I'll give you the freedom to go ahead and design how you'd like to design. So I'm going to come in and just add a couple of colors so that we see these words. Okay. And then morality. I'm actually going to make all of these blue, except one detail. So this is where you have full creative freedom. You get to include whatever you'd like. I'm just showing you an example. And I'll share with you what is in the National Monument to the Forefathers so that you can actually see it. And if you'd like to add these words to your piece, you can. And then we're going to write liberty. And I believe that we cannot have true liberty without Jesus. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and do this so that we're reminded of the Lord. And then what you can do is you can actually put this art piece on a background paper. You can choose red, you can choose black, or even navy blue, whatever you'd like. Okay? And then I'd like to see your artwork, so you can go ahead and share it online when you turn it in. All right? See you later.